What's up, y'all? My name's Chris Hickson, and I'm here again for another race recap or a race breakdown. This was my third event that I entered in RallyCross with the Northwest Rally Association. I'm entering in my 2001 Subaru Impreza, my little project, my toy car, and I'm in the stock all-wheel drive class. This weekend I was racing as number 19, but I think I usually like to do number 9. That's my number, but yeah, this was another fun event. It was up in Bellingham at the Hannegan Speedway, which is like a motocross track that was repurposed for us to do some rallycross at. So it was a fun weekend. There was a lot of elevation gains, a lot of jumps if you were brave enough to do it. Some of us, myself, unintentionally did, but it was a blast. And luckily the car didn't break, so glad to survive through the event. But yeah, like I said, there was a lot of elevation changes, so I was kind of taking it easy on the car. I was a little intimidated. I didn't want to go home with a broken car. Maybe it was the other guys got in my head, but they said the tip for this weekend is not to break the car, so maybe that was to get in my head because I started out pretty slow. But another race weekend where I had a lot of time improvement, and I think the main takeaways are that I can have the pace to race with the top guys. Like my last lap it felt like a super flyer for me. I felt like a lot of things clicked together, and I think a lot of that was I got to do a ride along with the guy that got first place. So shout out to Brandon for letting me ride with you. I learned a lot from that experience, and one of the lessons was just go flat out and don't baby the car. Let the car do its thing. So yeah, we'll get right into the videos. But
Hey guys, so here we are, the onboard footage section of the video. We got 6 laps total. We had 2 sessions over one race day. The first session was day racing, and the second session we came back to the course after dinner for some night racing, which was super exciting. Definitely my personal favorite part of the event. But like I touched on a little bit earlier, we have a course that's at a motocross track, lots of elevation changes. You guys will get to see on this first lap. I'm going to kind of try to break down the course for you guys section by section, and then for the other remainder of the laps, I'll talk about different changes I made, tweaks, where I improved, where I struggled, and yeah, we'll just break down this whole race. So here I am lining up for my first lap. I'm pretty excited. Definitely nervous because of the track, and like I said, I think some guys got in my head with it. Don't break the car, but maybe they were right. There was like 5 or 6 cars that crashed out here. So here we go. I'll let the video play now. Countdown. We get a start. I come out really wide. We have a couple cones right at the start. So sharp left and then into this long sweeping right turn. We got to take that cone on the right side, and then we have the entrance to the slalom section that remains in the middle of the sweeping rights. I chose to take an entrance on the right side. It's a 3-cone slalom. I took that right entrance because it's a shorter distance total, but you have to slow down for it, and then that's right before this pendulum turn, hairpin, so I came through that pretty slow. But here we are, back half. This is where we're on the motocross track now. First downhill section right there is pretty steep, and they come around these cones. We have another drop right here. Some elevation changes already. Left-hand turn into an uphill right, into a pretty tight section. You want to hang left here. Pretty bouncy section, and then we got another little bit of a downhill into this longer left turn that kind of tightens up a little bit. Have to come on the left side of that, right side of that. We got an uphill into a little jump. Boom! Got some air giggling at that one. Sharp right hand at the bottom of that hill, so you got to be careful on that. Into this section over some wood chips, which gets super rutted out, as you can see right here. Left-hander into another left-hander that's a lot sharper. Then a slight right into a left over this gravel section, super loose area. As you can see, I was getting a little squirrely. And then what should be a slalom at the end, but on this lap didn't exist, over finish, and then you come to a complete stop over here. So there's my first lap for us to baseline against. Here we go, getting ready for the second run. Pretty good start. You can see I took that left turn a lot earlier, so I didn't lose a lot of speed and time on that section. I'm able to get to the power faster, coming through a lot better, and I choose the left line on this one. On my initial scope out, I thought the left line sets you up better for this section right here, and I felt that way, but I had talked to some other guys that are more experienced, and they were talking about the distance traveled and how much time are you really making up when you have to stop for that hairpin turn anyways. But yeah, here we go. See, it gets really rutted out there already, hitting these downhills pretty hard. Stuff's flying under my car. Coming through, ruts are already starting to form. I'm going a lot faster. You can see I shot some dirt up on the window. That shows the speed I'm going. But yeah, coming through this section, babying it a little bit here. I told myself, you know, if I stay in first, I shouldn't catch air, right? Well, I was wrong. Super jump right there. I had a little oh shit moment, but I had to keep going. Had to worry about the car later. Coming through the wood chips again, even more rutted than the last time. I feel like I almost got stuck here, honestly, but we keep going, power through. Back out to the gravel section. I keep it a little tighter this time, a lot tighter actually. I get up in the second gear, but now we have the slalom actually is here this time. Psychs me out. Backed off a little bit, and yeah, finished. Here's a stop, and now we're getting ready for third lap. Much better start, a lot tighter on that left turn, getting to the power pretty early again. Sticking with my left entrance line on the slalom. I like where it's put in the car. I feel like I'm carrying a lot more speed, so hopefully that makes up for that distance. Yeah, hairpin. I'm not the best at these hairpin turns. This is the area I want to work on, but here we go. We're coming through. I'm taking it a lot more easy this time. I got a little nervous after jumping the car, honestly. I was scared of breaking her, so take it pretty chill here. Honestly, I got a little carried away here, and you can see I got some air right there. I had to brake at the last moment. Forgot that we had that drop there, but I saved it. Didn't do too much damage to her. And this car took that jump on the last lap like a champion. But yeah, you can see I'm coming through a lot slower. I know that section gets rutted pretty bad, and I don't want to hit this jump again, so let off early. Coming up there. Downhill, I tried to get to second like an idiot, but I forgot about that turn, so come to a complete stop. Hurry up out of that area. Back into the wood chip section. You can hear it just plowing through all that stuff. That's gotta be bad for the times. But power through, keep it tight. A little too handsy with the wheel. Get up in a second, and the slalom's still there, so that's cool. But come across finish, come to a stop. And this lap, same speed even though I had that stop, so jumping is not faster. Here's the first session at night. We're getting ready for the event. It's really not too dark yet, but it gets dark later. We take a 10-minute break after this first lap so that we can kind of let the sun set and get some real night racing in. So here's the first lap after dinner. Honestly, I was a little like lazy, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to race, but we lined up anyways. We get a start. My goal for the night session is don't break the car and just kind of take it easy. Like, I felt pretty good. A lot of people were missing gates at the start, so I had a pretty good gap. I was up in 4th place, and I was just trying to protect where my spot was, honestly. I hate that I say that, but that was the attitude coming in. So yeah, I'm taking it slow here. I did pretty good at the hairpin, you know, but nothing special, just a slow turn. Get on the throttle, get up to red line, then I back off. You know, I'm not trying to hurt the car. I don't know why I'm saying that, man. I wish I'd tried harder, but we come down the downhills, coming around these corners. Taking it easy, letting off ahead of time. I'm not trying to catch flight again. Coming through. Keeping it nice and tight, close to the cones. But still, I'm not driving aggressively. I'm staying off the throttle too much. Power through sometimes, let off. No jumps here. We're keeping it safe. And I wanted to clean up this turn right here, because if you guys remember on lap 3, I pushed too hard out of that and was not ready for the turn. But made it successfully this time. Coming through, nothing special here. Through the gravel section. Past the slalom, across the finish. I was a second slower, but I mean, you guys saw there wasn't anything special on that lap. So we got the 10-minute wait, night race. Let's go, kicking it off. It's officially dark outside. Now I'm deciding to push a little bit more. I'm feeling like the thrill of it being at night with the headlights, and on this lap I choose to do the right entrance because I want to see, you know, I felt like I had a pretty big gap between me and the top guys, and I wanted to see if taking that right line would be faster, because I remember hearing the shorter distance, you know, set up for the slalom. If you could pendulum turn, that would be, or not the slalom, but the hairpin. If you could pendulum, that would be awesome. But one thing I've noticed watching this back is I was a lot faster in this backside. I was pushing it more. I was getting it to its limits and then pulling it back at the last second so I don't catch air. But really just getting a lot more aggressive through here. I think this section was a spot where I just needed to be more aggressive. But these ruts here were always like psyching me out of it. And then come around this corner. Again, don't try to catch flight. Successful job right there. Keep it clean down the downhill, get that right turn down. It's a lot darker here, so not much visibility. I'm super aggressive through this section, and I think I guess the wood chips or something, I must have caught something on fire, because after this lap they told me that they saw embers on my car, but I took a look and everything was fine, and there were no safety issues on the car, but they were just concerned, I guess, I'm flying too fast through here. But yeah, saved 3 seconds on my time. I initially thought it was because I took that slalom on the right entrance line, but watching the footage back, it just looks like I was being a lot more aggressive on that back half when you're out of the stadium section, and just pushing it a lot harder. And I think I was really making the speed up there and just staying smooth. Honestly, smooth is fast and fast is smooth, or slow is smooth and smooth is fast. I've totally messed that up. But yeah, after this lap, I took a 10-minute rest so I could ride along with first place Brandon. So I want to give you another shout out. I appreciate that. I learned a lot. We have the same car, so I was able to kind of witness firsthand what the capabilities of the car are. And I learned quickly that, hey, stupid, don't treat the car like it's anything other than your race car. You need to push hard. Uh, so yeah, I kind of came into this lap with something to prove to myself, and I think you guys are in for a treat. I cleaned up a lot. So lining up, we're getting the thumbs up. 3, 2, 1, launch. Taking off. Coming in hot. I'm feeling like I need to get this thing up to speed quick, so I'm pushing really heavy through this section. I went back to the left-hand line because I thought it was better, and the top driver was hitting that one too, so had to do a little copycat. Coming around this hairpin, getting back on it. Man, I just want to appreciate what I'm doing here, because I came in with the no shits given attitude like a honey badger. One thing I did learn was stay on throttle all the way up to the elevation changes, and then you get the brakes to put your front end into it to plant into the apex of that hill, and that keeps you planted. You can carry more speed, not catching air, keeps the car safer, and I think that helped me gain a lot of speed. But here we go, coming uphill, same thing, brakes a little bit, no air time, maximum downforce. Coming around this right hand, left hand, right hand again. Wood chip section, came through that like it was nothing. They cleaned up a little bit, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, coming in aggressively out to the gravel section. I get a little wide there, so maybe I lost some speed. And I stayed in first gear through that section, so maybe there was some time to be made if I went up to second gear. But yeah, as you guys can see, it was my fastest lap, significantly faster. I was on pace with the top guys at this point with that time, and yeah, I think I proved to myself that I have what it takes now to really try to get these podiums. I finished fourth place, but uh, I closed the gap between me and third place significantly. And then the gap to second place was only like 7 or 8 seconds, which sounds like a lot. But if you look at my first starts to where I finished, like there was a lot of room for improvement, a lot of time I could have made up there. I need to be more I need to find my limits earlier, basically. I need to push harder from the start and just treat this car like a race car and really get after it. I think once I make these changes, you guys are going to see some good results from me. I want to be getting a win soon. I want to get a podium first, though, so I got to set my expectations back. But obviously, I want to get first place. Uh, I have a couple projects I want to do to the car. I want to do a skid plate and just clean up on the cosmetics of it. It's in pretty rough shape outside. So those are two things I'm kind of focused on for the car. I'm not sure if I'm going to go to the finale for the season in Lind. Let me know if you guys think I should go or not. It sounds like it would be a blast, but I'm also wondering if I should just take the time to prep the car and get ready for the winter series so I can come out strong. I have some pretty ambitious goals for that winter series coming up. And I'm happy to share with you guys once we get closer to those. So yeah, this was another race weekend, another fourth place finish. I'm glad that it's a fourth place finish, and I'm still keeping up with these top guys a little bit. So uh, I have some goals going forward, and let's see if I can get there. I'm trying to get some wins, guys. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna post the fastest lap without my commentary at the end, so you guys can watch those. Uh, Pretty much just a night race, honestly. That was my best lap, and I'm really proud of that one. So yeah, catch you guys later.